new restrictions on cannabis in Thailand, there are motorbike protests going on in Thailand, and the Thaiger competition. It's all finally happening on today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello, I'm Jay.
I am Maddie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. And today we're going to be talking about cannabis. There, I said it. It's our main story today, and unfortunately there's a lot to talk about and I can't say green or Mary Jane 50 times. So we've taken the hit.
Fair.
We've taken the hit.
Let's try.
Are we ready, ladies?
Yep.
There's a new bill that's going to be coming out that's going to be restricting cannabis use in Thailand. Now,
Some rules.
yes, quite a few rules to go through. Let's get on with it. Now, people will be allowed to grow no more than 15 cannabis plants for household use while selling and advertising them. And people can register within a day, and you don't have to pay anything, and you can get registered, but no more than 15 plants, because people have started to grow like 75 to 100 plants in their home and decided that they want to become a cannabis entrepreneur and start selling them. The government's saying, no can do, good sir. People would also be allowed to grow no more than 5 rye of hemp plants per household for household use.
Okay.
For commercial use, there's some different rules, but again, once again, you have to be registered. Other groups that will also be allowed to register for growing the plants include hospitals, medical practitioners, and quite a few more medical-based clinics like traditional Thai, traditional Chinese medicine, and they can make medicines from the plants for patients without seeking permission. Now, they're already licensed medical places, so they don't actually need to seek permission for the medical use and making
like that's
medicine.
a loophole.
Could
That's
be.
a big loophole right there.
Could be. Now, cannabis-based products online and in vending machines will be prohibited, according to the bill. So no more vending machine cannabis.
That makes sense, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That quickly died down, that viral news.
Yes.
Those who want to grow cannabis for commercial purposes must be Thai nationals aged at least 20 years old, while legal entities that want to grow cannabis for commercial purposes must be owned and operated by Thais.
Oh, only Thai people.
That's right.
So foreigners, pair up.
Yeah.
Come do business with
Once
me.
again.
Now, Section 28 of the bill also prohibits online advertising for the sale of cannabis flower buds, cannabis hashish, cannabis extracts, and equipment used for smoking cannabis. And violators will be liable for a jail term of no more than 1 year and a fine of up to 100,000 baht. So no more Instagram ads or Facebook ads of people trying to sell you cannabis. Cannabis buds, hashish, extracts, buy a bong pipe. No can do.
Then how are they gonna advertise it for consumers? I mean, like through word of mouth, like you know someone and then you know.
They
Like
could
right
sponsor
now,
GMT. Sorry,
Many
what?
people are like following dispensaries and places like that online and stuff like that, so they could advertise direct advertisement through their customers.
So direct advertisement,
Yeah.
but not like blatantly boost the post
Exactly.
and like, okay.
Because you can't just go on social media and advertise it. It can't be regulated what's the age of the person buying the
I
product as well. So
see.
if you can't show it on social
Another
media.
loophole.
Another loophole.
Section 37 also bans the sale of cannabis and hemp, their extracts, and food with cannabis, hemp as ingredients, to people aged below 20. Finally, there is now written, it's going to be written in law, below the age of 20, you're not allowed to buy, you're not allowed to sell it to them. Pregnant women and women who breastfeed children. Violators once again can get into jail for up to 1 year and 100,000 baht fine. Under the bill, the sale of cannabis would be prohibited in temples, religious premises, schools and educational institutes, dormitories, public parks, and other premises also declared by the public health minister. He will be the man to decide that. The bill will also declare certain premises off limits to cannabis smoking, including temples, public parks, and restaurants. Now, temples, completely understand. Restaurants, make sense. You're there to eat food. Public parks.
Well, like, it kind of makes sense because they ban alcohol in public parks as
Fair
well.
enough.
Yeah.
Because there's children.
Are there smoking areas in, like, Suan Lumpini?
I don't know of
I
any,
don't
but I
think
don't see
so.
anybody jogging
Yeah,
and
fair
taking
enough.
a puff, right?
Okay, fair enough. It's okay. Sorry, I can't smoke the greens in your favorite park out there. And yeah, that's about it for now. We're going to be finding out more and more information, and
They didn't say when it will be implemented, right?
no, but very soon. This is being spoken about right now, and it's
Okay.
going to be passed as very soon.
Okay.
Well, I'm guessing within the next month or so.
Okay, so these are the guidelines, basically.
These are the guidelines, and they're most likely going to, this is going to be taking place. But
Okay.
once again, they're going to discuss it and possibly readjust them because of the loopholes. And then again, once it gets approved, then it's going to go into the Royal Gazette, and that's when it actually takes into effect.
Okay, so at least we have an idea of what's going on.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
And Sarah actually was planning to do a video on cannabis.
Yeah, and this could be another additional information because it just came out. So yeah,
I thought you were going to say Sarah was planning to open a
I know.
cannabis business. I'm like, really?
I know.
Can I join?
I was like, okay, where's
Possibly.
Jay going with this? I'm not sure. But yes, I'm gonna make a video explaining
Yeah.
what you can and cannot do. So please follow.
Please follow, indeed. All right. We are now going to talk about motorbikes. Shall we talk about motorbikes?
Yeah, let's go fast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Win Motasai, which is also those motorbike taxis. Now, motorbike taxis have a big problem currently, and they're protesting against Grab motorbike taxis.
There's been an ongoing war between
It has
them.
been going an ongoing war. Natty, tell me more.
Yeah, so yesterday around lunchtime, 150 motorbike taxi drivers actually honked their horns outside the Ministry of Transport in Bangkok to demand the removal of Grab's GrabBike feature, which they say is operating illegally. But in fact, it's actually more of a gray area than it is illegal. Now, representatives from the Motorbike Taxi Association of Thailand organized the protest yesterday, joined by hundreds of wind drivers. The wind drivers want to know what progress has been made in the ministry's investigation of Grab, having expressed their dissatisfaction with the company several times before. And actually, I think they even had a saying that by July 15th, they would restrict the Grab drivers that use the motorbikes entirely, but that hasn't happened so far. So now they're getting very, very anxious about that. Now, why are they anxious? It's because the wind drivers actually have to go through a very arduous and hard process. It takes a lot of time, not to mention a lot of money
Yes.
to become an official
To get
wind
that
motorcycle jacket.
Yeah.
So in very popular business district areas like Asok, I think
Yeah.
we were talking about it.
Yeah.
The jacket could cost anywhere from 50,000 all the way up to 100,000 baht just to obtain that jacket. And it's not only that, you have to have connections, you have to know who to go
Bribe.
to get allowed in those wind motorcycle groups, because they are technically gangs and they operate in only certain areas. So when you're inducted into that gang, you can't all of a sudden like, oh, I want to change my area and I want to operate in Sathon or
Yeah.
on Nut. Like, you registered with Asok and you have to be there.
And also, if you are a win from Onut, let's say, and you want to pick up a customer in Asok because you drop someone there, that's a big no-no as
Yeah.
well. You're not allowed to do that.
A lot of the times they're scared themselves. Like if I'm standing in front of my condo, so they have a designated area where they park, right? So sometimes there are no motorbike taxis, and
Yeah.
I'm standing to find one maybe on the road,
Yeah.
and they're driving by, and I'm like waving my hand, and he's like, no, and he's
Yeah.
like pointing to that area, and I'm like, no, there's no one there. That's why I'm coming for
Yeah,
you.
no.
And
You
they're
can't.
still hesitant. Like they'll quickly stop by. And be like, all right, get on quickly, and then we'll be on our way.
Yeah. But the problem with that is, right, it's because it takes a long time to get it. It's not like, okay, sure, I'll pay 100 grand for the jacket and then you can immediately get inducted. It's not even that. You still have to go through a long time to approve. And this is why they're angry, because say I want to be a wind motorcycle driver on Grab.
Yeah.
I can immediately get my phone, put in a couple of details, and then within a day or two, I'm qualified. Like if I
Yeah.
have all the documents ready. And now I can operate anywhere in Thailand.
Yeah.
Basically, I can even go to, I don't know, like Nonthaburi and drive there. There's no areas where I have to stay in. So it's a lot easier, it's a lot faster, and you skip all the bureaucracy faced by the wind drivers. So of course they're going to be a little bit mad, and they say it's not helping them with their livelihoods, that these people are now kind of taking their jobs. And that's why there are protests yesterday. And even before, I think there have been various, how do you call it, like incidents where the
Yeah.
Grab drivers and the Wind motorcycle drivers have had physical altercation, not only between themselves, but even with the customers. Because they're so mad, like, why did you call it? You know it's illegal.
There's like some
Illegal.
cases that, the users themselves have to pretend that they're like the
Boyfriend.
biker's girlfriend or boyfriend so that they won't
His
get.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I would try to do that. So in Phuket airport, when you land, a lot of them ask you to come outside the airport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, because I've told the guy before, like, just come pick me up. I'll pretend like you're my friend, and they'll be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm
Too
not-
obvious.
Yeah, it's not really, but I get it. There's too much on the line for them, so it's a dangerous place to be. And I don't think that's the last we've heard of it. The motorcycle taxi.
But I
or
don't feel
motorbike.
like Grab is the issue, though. I feel like it's a convenience for consumers in general. Because, like you said, sometimes when you want to go call the motorbike taxi and they're not there, so what am I supposed to do? Stand there for an hour? So Grab is a better solution. It's not Grab alone that's offering the service. There is like Robinhood, there is Bolt now, which is cheaper as well. So I feel like there needs to be a balance and a solution for this than just protest.
Yeah, I think exactly what you said. Like, the issue is not with these apps. Like, we need technology to move the country forward. We're still a developing nation.
I agree.
And every country is now moving towards technology to make it simpler, to make it easier for people's lives. So the issue really is with the Wind drivers. Why are their process so arduous? And can we lessen that, can we lessen that process for them? Can we make them operate in every area?
Yeah.
So there's not much of a discrepancy between the two.
I agree.
In conclusion, perhaps try using Bolt.
Okay.
That's not my point, but yeah.
Anyways, that was a joke, by the way. Moving on. Do you feel a bit stressed today, Natty?
Sure.
Yeah. Would you rather come to the office and feel a bit more energetic and loose?
Oh, would love that. Yes.
Wouldn't
Yes.
you, Sarah?
I would.
And we actually got a seminar on that yesterday.
Yes,
Yes,
we did.
that's right.
We had a special guest, Justin Wallis, who is actually a expert and who helped us feel better, feel more energetic, and gave us more oxygen while we're in office. Now, he's a specialist coming out to treat the office syndrome. I was lucky enough to sit with him and do a quick interview. So here's Justin Wallis, human expert. Can you please tell me what a human activation specialist is?
So what I do is I switch people on. Basically, I get into the bones, get people in a more upright position, and it's all about blood flow and getting more oxygen.
Okay, sounds simple enough.
It is actually quite simple when you understand it. Yeah, it's very simple.
Okay. Now, Justin, you're actually here in Bangkok for a mission, and you're going to be doing a seminar for a lot of the employees of Thaiger in basically dealing with the fact called office syndrome. And you're going to be doing a 45-minute seminar and teach us in under 10 minutes how anyone really, not just people working in office, but even the viewers watching live at home, that in under 10 minutes you can improve energy and comfort. So can you tell me a little bit more about what office syndrome is and how you're able to do this?
So office syndrome is basically when we sit down for long periods of time,
Yeah.
the connective points of the bones, which is the joints, and especially here through the hips, the lower back, the knees, the ankles and the ribcage, they get squashed, they get compressed. Now all your important stuff runs close to and through the joints, so that's your circulatory system, that's getting your blood around the body, which is basically oxygen transport. Now, oxygen is the number one element human beings need. We go 4 minutes without it, we start to die.
Yeah.
And then also your nutrient delivery. So as soon as you start to open up someone's joints, you start to get them sitting more upright, activating the connective tissue. Straight away you've got more blood flow, you've got more energy. The other thing is the lymphatic system. That's the drainage system of the body. Think of it like it just takes away all your toxins. So that works alongside the blood. Now when that gets compressed, which it does when you sit down for long periods of time, what happens is toxins start to pool in your body and that draws energy away from you. That brings you down. It causes things like allergies, sickness, and also a lot of our pain and stiffness comes from that. The benefits are you will instantly get more energy because you've got more access to oxygen. You've got more nutrients going into your system so you can use your vitamins and your minerals better, which is all energy. You'll feel better because when you have more oxygen, that's better for your brain, so you'll just feel better in yourself.
Yeah.
Less pain, less stiffness, And it's all about having a healthier, happier office environment. Because when we go straight to work, especially when we're compressed through our rib cage, that's where your heart and your lungs sit. And when that starts to get squashed and the muscles get tight all through the rib cage, it restricts the ability of your heart to pump effectively, so pumping blood around, and it also reduces the effectiveness of the lungs. Now that has a direct correlation to the brain, because the brain knows that your heart and lungs are not functioning as they should, so you go into a gentle state of panic mode, which releases hormones that can cause anxiety, cause tiredness, just a feeling of not feeling well, basically. And it's actually very easy to fix most of that in less than 10 minutes a day.
And how long does it take until I can, see the results? Is it immediate? Does it take a week of consistent workout?
You feel the benefits from the first session because you've got more oxygen, you've got more blood flow. You'll feel it in how you feel. You'll feel like a buzz in your body. That's where people need to. If they just do one session, you'll get between 16 to 24 hours, and then you'll obviously start to regress again. But when you consistently do 7, 8 or 9 minutes a day, those little tiny increases slowly add up, and your body will start to naturally be more upright every day. The rib cage will become more open, and that pump in the lower body will start to function better and send more deoxygenated blood back to the heart, which will make you feel happier, it'll make you feel more energized, you'll focus better, you'll have better concentration. And that's also cellular repair. Everything comes from the blood cells, from the oxygen, so that's repairing the body constantly. The method is you start your work day with this. You come into the office, and the first thing that you should be required to do as a team member of staff, is to activate, to switch on, to sequence, set you up for the day, like brushing your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth every day, what happens?
Fair enough.
Like having your breakfast.
I think under 10 minutes is what got me hooked, because I've previously tried to work out in the morning, a massive fail, and I just made myself so tired that I just had an awful day and I just never did it again. But this seems like this is something easily done if it's just under 10 minutes.
It's very easy to do. It's not about making you tired. That's where this sequencing needs to comes in the first thing you do when you come to work. It's everyone sequences. It's like you get at your laptop, okay, you sequence, now you're ready for your day. You're ready to go. You're switched on. You're activated. And it's super fast. That's what the world's fast now. That's why I came up with this system. People want fast, they want quick, and they want quick results. So this is the fastest acting system in the world. It gets results, you'll feel it instantly. And that's what it's about. When you feel it, then you want more.
All right. Justin, where can people contact you or the EVOS sequencing if they want to learn more, or if they want to implement these techniques in their life? How can people contact you?
They can contact me on my website, so evos.com. I've got Phuket, and I've also got Bangkok, so I've got 2 locations at the minute. They can contact me direct via WhatsApp, they can call me, they can email me.
All right, great.
I'm always happy to answer questions, to help people out.
All right, well, Justin, thank you for coming in and taking the time, and I'm looking forward to the seminar and learning these techniques myself, so we can implement this with our Thaiger employees and stuff as well, because even though we're making videos and we're presenting, a lot of the times we're in studio spending hours and hours editing, so I think this is beneficial for a lot of people out there. So thank you very much.
No problem. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to helping you guys.
Thanks, Justin.
No problem.
Right, and we're back. I see a few people are skeptical.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, so we did the exercises and the office syndrome exercises with Justin.
Yeah.
How did you... Okay, so at first I was tired, I guess. I was hungover yesterday. But after... It took about, 10 to 15 minutes because it was our first time, but eventually you can get it down to 10 minutes. But I felt better. Did you guys?
Yeah, I felt more relaxed and more awake, I would say.
I felt really stretched out.
Yeah,
in a good way. Like, I was happy going to the workshop at the beginning. I wasn't tired or anything, but after I left the workshop, I felt like energized. I could take on the world. Should we show them one exercise? Okay, can I show them my favorite exercise?
Sure.
Sorry, I hope Justin
Are you going to do the Travolta?
No, I'm not. But it's to put your hands behind your head and then just kind of move side to side.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but like this movement alone just makes me feel like super energized.
Yeah.
It's such a simple move that you can do every day at your place for, I don't know, like a couple of seconds and instantly mood lifter. Instant mood lifter.
That was my favorite too.
Yeah, right?
Well, yes, there is a whole process. Now,
Yeah.
it's also about consistency and about starting your day off
Just
by
like
doing
everything,
that for 10
right?
minutes, right? Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I mean, it's all about like holding your joints and pushing it. It's quite intense, but something that everyone could do. But yeah, you've got to try it to believe it. So if you are interested, you can contact Justin to find out more about EVOS, office work syndrome, and also just improving health, energy, and oxygen in your body. All right. For now, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to address our poll, as well as talking about electronic sniffing dogs trained to help child sex abuse cases. Interesting story. Find out more after the break. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. Did you know that there's a place called The Village in the Andamanda Water Park?
I know now.
Now you do.
Yeah, now I know.
And it has amazing Thai and international food.
Ooh,
Yes. If
interesting.
it is a Thai historical themed park. Amazing Thai food, but also international food, if you're not that into Thai food. There's something for everybody there.
Awesome.
That's what makes a good water park, because you do get hungry.
You get
playing
really
those water
hungry.
activities. You do, yeah. And the best part is they don't use any plastic cups.
Oh.
And they don't use any plastic straws, and everything's cashless.
Oh,
goody,
that's
goody.
convenient.
That's right. You get a
Awesome.
bracelet when you enter. You can put money into it and then
Super convenient.
pay for everything.
Do you guys still carry cash around?
No.
I
No.
don't.
And
Right?
I do get in trouble a lot when I'm like, 7-Eleven always is a problem.
Yeah.
You always
I
take
don't
cash
understand
only.
Why?
Because they don't want to pay for the like once you enter a different system, you have to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Anyways.
mean, such an inconvenience.
It is.
It is. Anyways, it's time to give a shout out to James Geyer.
Yay!
Geyer. James Geyer, thank you very much for your donation, good sir.
Thank you.
It's definitely appreciated today, especially because I've said cannabis 50 times and we will be flagged. But James says, Nettie,
He says, watching live from San Diego, California. We'll be in Bangkok December 8th till 9th, then Chiang Mai for 7 weeks. So looking forward to returning to Thailand, yoga practice, culture, and of course, great food.
how many? 7
7
weeks in
weeks.
Chiang Mai? That's a good time to be in Chiang Mai.
know.
Yeah.
December, nice cool weather.
Cool.
December,
Oh.
September.
December.
December. Great time
Yeah,
to be there.
best time.
Good on you, James. I'm jealous.
I
Yeah,
like
me
that
too.
he's going to the yoga practice and culture, like all the cultural stuff.
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
maybe
in
you'll see
Chiang Mai.
Jet there doing yoga. Anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Oh, yeah.
He does do retreats there in
He
Chiang
does,
Mai. So
he does.
yes.
All right, let's address a poll we sent out yesterday. Now, Carmel sent out a poll saying, many of you would know by now that Thailand is full of superstitions, some that actually involve ghosts or bad luck. Did any of the superstitions scare you? If so, which one? Now, Sarah actually did a video on superstitions, performed really well, might I say, and people were very interested in it. However, I was shocked by the result. 86% of the people said, no, I don't believe in superstitions in general. 14% said, yes, some did.
I'm curious to know which
86% said that they don't believe in superstitions? Living in Thailand?
one. Maybe they don't live in Thailand.
Maybe they don't, yeah.
Maybe they didn't grow up in Thailand.
Yeah,
or
that
that.
too.
It's kind of forced upon you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I took a couple of comments. Mike Gray said, not scary as such, but mind-blowing in their reach sometimes. I recently designed a new home for us, and my girlfriend asked, how many steps does it have? He said 4. She was horrified because that is very unlucky, apparently. She said, 3, 7, or 9 is really good, but 4, no can do.
I think 4 for Chinese is
Chinese and
unlucky.
Japanese, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But not
'Cause it
for
means
Thais,
death.
really. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, in Chinese.
4?
Yeah, number 4.
You know, for your birthday,
Yes.
actually, when we were planting the how to call it, the candles,
Yeah.
because it's 3 in 1, right? So we
Yeah.
wanted to do. By the way, happy birthday! I know you
Happy
hate it.
birthday.
Just had to troll. No, so I said like, why don't we do 3 and 1?
Yeah.
And the person was like, no, 4 is an unlucky number. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Or you could have put 31.
We didn't have enough money to do that.
Fair enough. That's okay. Marie says, don't bend down and look between your legs. Ever since I learned about this one, I've never done it. I've heard the voice of God is also scared of this one. We shall ask her later and find out more.
It became famous from this Thai movie, Nang Na.
Well, I think it's an
Yeah.
old traditional
Yeah.
superstition, isn't it?
It is.
Wasn't it not P Mak?
No,
No.
it's actually originally Nang Nak,
Yes.
and her husband is called P Mak, and they made another spin-off called P Mak.
I see, with Marie O.
Oh.
Marie O,
Is
yeah.
it Davika? Right.
Yes.
Joseph says, lying down while eating will turn you into a snake. No more eating chips in bed.
Actually, my grandmother always tell me this. Like, don't
It's just
lie down and
yeah.
eat, you'll be a snake.
It's something grandparents and parents made to discipline their children, and they
think
just didn't want to.
so.
They didn't want to shout, just to say, "Hey, don't do it, otherwise."
Just have to
Snake
scare
boy.
you. Fear.
I remember my aunt saying that while I was laying down and eating it. I was like, really? I get to turn into a snake? And then I kept eating it. I was like, what's not happening? You lied to me,
I want
aunt.
to be a snake. All right, let's move on to one of our last stories today, which is regarding electronic sniffer dogs. Sarah, please tell me more.
So this is my personal favorite as well. But before this, they use dogs to sniff out COVID as well.
Okay.
And before that, I had the chance to interview them, and that was very interesting because they need time to really train them, and they could smell through sweat, so that was very interesting. So in this case, a dog that was trained to sniff out flash drives and other electronic storage devices had been used to crack child sex abuse cases overseas was introduced to Thai police yesterday. The dog is called Hidu and was showcased by Operation Underground Railroad, or OUR Thailand, and representatives of the international organization.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry. So the dog basically will smell for electronic devices or memory card, which it has been trained since May. So my iPad has just died. So
I see.
so that's another thing. But yeah, so the story is basically the dog is used to sniff for electronic devices. So they wouldn't know if that person is a child abuse or sexual offender, but they will use their nose to smell for electronic devices, and that's how they will find the things. They will be used in airports or house raids and places like that. And they feel like in crime scenes, if there are children or I don't know, young people, dogs is a friendly thing for them not to be scared in case of a raid full of police running into a house and everyone's panicking. A dog is just a nicer way.
Oh, so so when they do the raids or something, so the dog is there to comfort.
Exactly.
Any
And also help
child or
finding.
young-
Sorry, I panicked because of this. Sorry, guys.
It's good.
Yeah, so that's the story.
Okay.
I find it interesting. This is new information for me. So, are we allowed to say that word? Even
you can.
sex offenders use thumb drives? What is this?
To store pictures, videos.
But it's interesting.
Yeah,
So
but it's foldable,
vloggers,
right? I guess you can get rid of
Yeah.
it quickly.
And they sell it in the black market.
right? So I guess vloggers, when you travel abroad and use a lot of thumbnails, just be
And there's actually a lot of sex offenders in Thailand, in places like up north or in, I don't want to say particular places, but yeah, there's a lot of sex offenders in Thailand, and I think this is another way, a good way to, raid and find them.
That's kind of forward thinking. I think it's interesting that they don't just okay, how can we catch these people? And then they find a common ground, everybody uses those kind of devices, and let's have the dogs hunt for that. That's quite innovative, creative, yeah.
And now a lot of people use electronic to do bad things, so
Right.
I think this is another good solution.
Yep.
Especially with dogs. Dogs are always great.
Yeah. You're just happy for the dogs to have jobs.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be addressing some of your comments and feedback, as well as announcing the Thaiger competition. Get ready. We'll be back right after this. Conversation and have your voice heard. Discuss the issues, share information, and get information. Thaiger Talk is where you keep in touch with everything Thailand. Go to thethaiger.com/talk. Welcome back.
Hello.
It's time to make an announcement. It's the Thaiger competition. Hurrah.
Oh, for the goodies yesterday, right?
No, yes.
Yes.
That's absolutely right.
Shirts.
So we've
mug.
got actually 5 prizes, but 3 people can win it. It's
Ooh.
going to be for Tiger Legends, Tiger Cubs, and viewers.
Nice.
So there's a Tiger polo up for grabs, Tiger mugs, Tiger tote bag, Tiger painting signed by all the presenters,
Oh, yeah.
and the voice of God herself. And
The mugs. Did you say mugs already?
yes,
Tote
I'll
bag.
also put in a 3-day, 2-night voucher for
Whoa.
Sheraton in Phuket.
That is awesome.
That's
Okay,
right.
That's the highlight.
That's
Yeah.
the highlight. And guess what the competition is? I think this is going to be a fun one.
Okay.
It's going to be the Thaiger T-shirt Competition.
Ooh.
Your
That's
teas.
right. It's your time to put your design skills, your crazy ideas on a shirt.
Can I participate?
Yes, you can participate. However, you can't win the prizes. But, ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to open it to the Tiger family, to the Tiger audience. Please try to be as appropriate as you can, because if you do win, we will print your design on the Tiger T-shirt. So, our Tiger T-shirts have always been classic, black tee with our Tiger logo. But
Not too much design on it.
Yeah, there's no design on it. But we thought, why not? Some great ideas have come. Some people said, like put famous quotes that we're known for. For example, I say the word allegedly,
Hello. and you're-
hello, something like that. But yeah, and like some designs that maybe best describe Natty, me, Jet, Sarah, the voice of God. Imagine the face of voice of God. How would she look like? How would we all look like on a T-shirt? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to announce today the Tiger Competition. We're looking for a new design for our Tiger T-shirt, and we'd love for you to participate in our Tiger Competition. So come up with any designs that you think would look good on our Tiger T-shirts, and we'll pick 3 winners, up to 5 winners, let's say. Let's open it to a lot of people. Up to 5 winners, and we'll cut it down to top 3, and then eventually decide on 1 or 2 designs.
Is there a deadline? Sorry.
No,
Is
no.
there a deadline?
Let's keep it for a week now. Let's reassess the situation on Friday. So you have the entire weekend to come up with a design if you can find some free time. And we'll announce the winners in the next 2 weeks, and we'll take in all the entries coming in next week.
Where can they send in their designs?
They can send in their design at bites@thetiger.com. That's right. That's BITES at thetiger.com. We will put the address in the description below after this episode. Please send in your entries at bites@thetiger.com.
This is exciting. I actually want to participate because I actually love art.
Yes.
I like to paint and draw. So,
Well, since you
even though
actually said
you
that out
can.
loud, I was actually going to open it to the Tiger staff as well.
ooh.
So, but you couldn't wait. But anyways, after the show, I was
I'm
going to reveal that
impatient.
we're going to do it internally as well. So that's why we're going to have multiple designs, and we'll do it on a pre-order level, so we know if there's demand for it.
Fair.
And and then we'll start shipping them out to people who want to buy some Tiger T-shirts.
Exciting.
All right, that's it. Now it's
Such
time
good
for-
news, though. I'm pumped.
I hope so. Nettie, what would you design on your T-shirt?
When you said nothing inappropriate, I was like, oh no, I ran out of ideas
But
immediately.
I can imagine. I see Natty just holding turtles.
oh,
that's
It's
goodness.
like when I think of Natty, I think turtles.
Yeah, but you want to have a shirt that can universally kind of, I don't
Represent.
know, represent the tiger, the Thailand, the
Sure.
people who watch the tiger.
Or you could be crazy. I can imagine like everyone just on a shirt doing their own thing.
Oh.
You're running after turtles. I'm just
Throwing ideas.
yeah.
trolling.
Be creative.
And this is why we need your help because yeah.
We clearly need your help.
All right. Let's take some comments and feedback from the members and enter the chat. The voice of God.
Hello.
Hello.
I was mid stretch when you said
Hello.
Okay. First comment is from Franco7. Natty forgot the lumberjack outfit.
She did. I didn't comment on it yet, but absolutely shocking behavior from one Natty
I'm a
Marisa.
rebel, a renegade, a pioneer, they say. Anyways, go on.
Okay. For the topic on the new bill to restrict cannabis use, we're good with saying that now, right?
Yes.
We pretty much give up.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Sure.
give up.
So Text Symbol said it's just weed for God's sake. And Tim, I picked out this comment because it's something that all of our viewers keep bringing up when it comes to cannabis use in Thailand. Tim P said Thailand needs to look at how Canada has managed marijuana legalization with no problems. I'm not sure if you've heard how they've legalized it, but apparently they've done it so well that it's not an issue.
But it's Canada.
It is Canada.
Oh, Canada. So I saw a quick text symbol says, does the winning design get printed on shirts? Yes, Tex. We will decide which design wins, and eventually it will be printed on a t-shirt. And it'll be like a Thaiger special, 100 only, and we'll sell it for 80,000 baht.
What? No.
Whoa.
Limited edition.
With about 79,500 baht discount.
Actually, now that we're on the topic of the t-shirts, Xscript Bio asked how many designs can we send in?
One
good
per
question.
Oh yeah, and because the thing is, like, I think maybe
I think as
one or
many
two,
as they want.
one or two. Because imagine if they come up with like 10 designs.
Oh,
and then we all
choices.
get them.
Yeah.
Through all of them.
You know, because someone has to filter them, someone has to go through them.
Two? I
Two
feel
designs,
is
yeah,
good.
two designs. Maybe one with the whole Tiger fam, and then one with like.
That's too
Specific.
Yes, so specific.
So
to
specific. Why do you
something.
keep wanting our faces there? That's weird.
No, I'm just saying it could be
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
It's like, what does Natty look animated? You know.
No, it can be like a
So-
temple or something, represent tiger and like the tiger head on.
Designs.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. You know, a Thai, I
cute.
thought that there should definitely be a Thai flag. Or something relating to Thailand. So
I
even
just
if you're
wanted to
wearing
say
it
this
overseas,
year is the
you
Tiger
could
year.
wear the
Yeah, it
t-shirt
is the
with the
Tiger
Tiger
year.
flag.
It's also a Tiger year this year.
Year of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
About San Francisco asked if you start off with 5 winners, right? Like not 5 winners, but like you filter out and it's 5 people. Who's the one in the process of choosing? Like,
It will be the Tiger panel.
oh,
We will tell you the Tiger panel members as soon as we figured out who's going to be in the Tiger panel.
okay.
No, but it'll be fair. It'll be democracy, right? Highest votes wins. Because especially if it's representing Tiger, then we'll ask everyone of the Tiger members.
We have a couple of comments from the Win motorbike protest. PG Santa said, "Who would take a Grab motorbike? The regular bike guys are dangerous enough, and they do it every day."
You know what? The GrabBike, I think, are actually even more safer because you have them on the app. You know
Yeah.
their name, you know their car plate number. You could actually complain if they were horrible.
You can report.
So most of my experience on GrabBike, they're really nice.
Yeah, they go out of your way to please you,
Yeah.
almost because they
Exactly.
want that good rating.
Oh, yeah,
five
they
Always
always
ask
stars.
for the
ask
5-star.
for it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And it's not like they can create a new account because when they register the bike, they register with their ID. So there's no running away from it. If you get a bad rating, then
Yeah.
you get a bad rating. Reminds me of that Black Mirror episode. Have you ever watched that?
Oh no, not
Which
again.
one?
No, there's like a Black Mirror episode where everyone in life has a rating. And if you
Okay.
have a low rating, then people don't want to hang out with you.
Oh, like
Oh.
China's
And I think
facial
money,
scores.
it affects your
Yeah.
money as well, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, China has that
Yes.
too, yeah.
China.
But I find Grab drivers really convenient as well because sometimes I don't even know where the place I want to go is located,
Exactly.
and then they just follow the
And
map.
I don't know how to explain too.
Yeah.
So the map is really a lifesaver.
Also, not to mention, you will never get ripped off because it's by the system. So it's like the
Exactly.
same price every. Why am I advertising for Grab?
No, sorry, no, that's great. It's like I was just like I could just imagine you guys like sitting in a taxi, like I don't want to pay attention and tell you where to turn left. I just want to sit and get there.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I get it. Just be honest about
I
it.
am.
No,
I
but
am very
sometimes
honest
they
about
keep
it.
talking nonstop. So
okay.
sometimes I just pretend I can't.
There
speak
is an
at the time.
option
Oh my
where
God.
now there's an option.
Grab, they have it.
Yeah.
Yes. See, but you can't do that with normal taxis though. They'll just like keep talking about politics. I'm like,
No,
"Brr."
it's
You could just
awkward.
tell them. I've told people I was like, can we please
They're
not
just
talk?
nice.
Really?
Yeah, politely. Like
I
like,
can't
I'll
do
be
that.
Like,
Can
like,
you
no,
guys
He looks
not
horrible.
talk?
No,
Yeah, like
Just
but-
like horrified.
politely, as in I tell them like I'm very sorry. I have a headache. I'd like to relax, or I'm just gonna take a quick nap. And most
Oh,
and
that's
they
actually
just,
a
like,
good
you know.
one. Like I have a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that.
I mean, it's a business transaction, right? You're going someplace. You don't have to talk to them if you don't want to. You could
Fair.
say politely no, but then again, I think Thai people are extremely polite that you still don't want to say that. as well.
Yeah, no, but sometimes, like, even when I'm on a bike, sometimes they would turn their whole body 90 degrees.
God.
Did you know how this soy came about? I'm like, can you look in front? Like, I scare.
Do you know how this soy came about?
Yeah, and he was like giving me the history while looking at me. I'm like, okay.
He's practicing his tour guide skills.
Yeah,
Perhaps
or
he was a tour
yoga.
guide
He
before.
likes yoga. Medical tourism for Thailand. There we go. 2 in 1.
Okay, please continue.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I'm just imagining that again. Thomas Hamilton said, I'm not a fan of motorbike taxis. I'd rather use other transit and walk. A lot more safer, but that's just me.
I love walking. Walking is like my favorite cardio.
Like okay, let's say like today, if you have to come in and do GMT, are you gonna actually walk?
I walk
Then
here.
you'll be like, but you live so close, Natty. I mean, if you live a bit further away, would you actually walk?
I think within a kilometer, I would. Just because I love walking so much. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, depends where I'm going. If I don't need to actually look sweat.
laughing?
Yeah, why are you laughing?
Why are you
Why you laughing?
incredulous?
When like it's a really engaging conversation, but then you just look in the middle and Jay's just like looking like left,
I'm like,
right,
okay.
left, right.
Fair.
I'm like the
Okay,
viewers. I'm
move
just like,
on.
yeah. Okay.
Mike B, he said that grab equals cutting the middle guy out, and guess that's why
Yeah.
it's I'm not sure if that's like a good or bad thing. And then Ida Turner from the Facebook live stream said, does it seem like the system for Win motorbikes is the problem rather than Grab? Like
Yeah.
the whole system.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes,
But they've already invested into it, so they're rightfully saying like, how can you let this happen?
And of course, authorities are involved as well in this.
And they are registered as like motorbike taxis, but for Grab, they just have normal bikes. It could be
Yeah.
a Fino, it could be a Click,
Exactly.
anything could turn up.
Yeah, that's true.
But I because I'm so tiny, like as in short, I have a really hard time getting onto those big motorbikes. Like I don't know
Like
how to
PCX?
jump. Yeah, and then I sit like
Yeah.
I don't know. I look like a puffer fish.
Some of the new PCX as well are
It's
like
huge.
so wide.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
Or sometimes like they have really fly bikes that have like an elevated back seat, and then all of a sudden like I'm towering over the guy. I'm like, wow, I can see the whole city from here.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Anyways,
Arena Kaiser said, anyone seeing Natty walking can spot her from a mile away. She got the power walk.
does.
Actually, I
she
always
does.
spot you when I'm on my
Yeah.
bike taxi.
No.
I can always spot you.
You are, yeah, it's actually
She walks
really
very
easy.
fast.
She's the one
Yeah.
speeding
Way,
through.
it's the way she's walking. Everyone in Bangkok has a similar way of walking, and then there's Natty like different.
She's the Ferrari of walkers.
you know, like my Grab application. Like let's say from here to the BTS, it might say 15 minutes. I'm like, I can probably do that in 10. And then I beat it by 9. I'm like, yes. And then my GPS has to
So
adjust
competitive.
to my walk speed. And then next time it would be like 9. I'm like, okay, now I got to beat this, you know?
Oh my god.
I'm always in competition.
At one
with
point, she's
something.
just running. No
I
matter
actually
what
do
she's
that.
Oh my god.
No, 9 minutes. Now I have to run.
30 seconds left.
my
so
god.
I
competitive.
must improve. Competitive with yourself.
With anything,
course.
really.
How dare Grab tell me how long I'll take to get to a place?
Yeah.
I'll show Grab. Or sorry, Google Maps rather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the next topic. When you talked about superstition survey,
Yeah.
two people addressed two interesting superstitions. So Sick Puppy said, never walk over your brother or sister. You will stunt their growth.
That is true.
I learned about it after I did that. And my mom
Walk over.
screamed at me like, what are you doing? Go back.
Oh.
What do you mean? Will it
Oh, you mean
reverse?
walk over as in like step over? Oh, I thought like actually stand on their head.
No, no,
Whoa!
no.
Because that would stunt their growth.
Okay, you're thinking very
That's not
logical.
a
Yeah.
superstition anymore.
Yeah.
He's a sick
That's a
puppy.
fact.
Anything's possible.
No, but then like let's say they're laying down somewhere and then you go over them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it stunts their growth.
Sorry, I imagined something completely dark.
Yeah, very.
Different.
And Tech Symbol said, never cross paths with a black cat.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe that one.
Is that bad luck?
Yeah.
Super. But you
Just
love animals in general. You'd be like, yeah, all the
But I
black
don't.
cats just come.
I have a black cat too, so I don't feel like it's bad luck.
Right.
She only brings good luck and love.
Jason has a
happiness.
black cat called
Yeah.
Panther. That was unnecessary.
And Voice of
information.
God also
Okay.
has.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yes.
So many black
She
cats.
watched the voice of God is always watching her cat, no matter where she is,
Right.
with her peripheral power
Yes.
and using digital mediums.
But you hate animals.
Yeah,
such
you
a
actually said
stretch.
that
That is
this
such a
morning.
stretch. I do not hate animals. I just admire them from far away.
You said, don't bring it near me.
Yeah. Admire it from far away. If you have, you see, pet owners are very passionate, and I get that, and I respect that opinion that you have of your pet. But I just want to be honest with you and tell you, you love your pet as much. Like, I will never love your pet as much as you love your pet. I don't need you to bring it to me. I don't need to see how cute it is. I don't need to pet it. I'll just be like, oh, that's great. That's cool.
Fair.
I just like my bubble. I like my space, and I don't want it. I don't want animals to come into my bubble.
I think people that are more like, I like animals from a distance. The animals are more attracted to that
I
energy 'cause
know.
they're
They
like
are,
they
yeah.
know.
You're not coming to me.
Yeah.
I'll go to you.
Like, look, every now and then, like a cute dog comes, and I will pet the dog and stuff, but I'm just not overly affectionate with animals. But yeah, I think certain animals can help a lot of people through emotions and depression, and I think in that
the
way they're
dog
amazing.
story.
Yeah, that way they're absolutely amazing. They can be very I think some dogs can be trusted more than some people.
I agree.
Right? Certain animals can, and I believe in all of that. I've never had pets, so I don't have that connection to them as both of you.
Okay,
Like
fair.
Natty for turtles and you for animals in
Everything.
general. Yeah,
But do you hate old people?
I love.
Oh my god, I love that. That was
Oh.
such a good one.
It was just an attack. This is just an attack on me.
It's Friday. Anything
Scoundrels!
goes.
These thundering typhoons. What's going on? I do have grandparents,
Yes.
and I love them very much.
Good.
And I do have parents as well.
That's a rhetoric question, but thank you for answering.
I'm gonna get you back for that, Natty.
Thank you.
You don't know when it's gonna come, but the North always remembers. The North never forgets.
Oh no.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Do I chime in now?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I mean, I didn't have any newer questions, but just confirming again, Jay, the entries per person is like 1 to maximum 2, right? One
The design.
entries,
for the
design.
t-shirt.
Yes, 2 designs maximum per
Maximum.
person, please.
Okay.
Grazie.
Yeah.
We'll make a post about this. So Voice of God will put a post to all Thaiger family. Where you can send the email, what you have to do.
That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got for the comments.
All right. When you mess up in your Ferrari, you get a lot of Red Bull. That's a very good
Yeah,
comment.
that
was
sounds a
that
good
was
one.
an F1 comment. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh, you do watch F1? Yeah, I forgot. Natty.
I
Natty's
love-
favorite team is
Spider.
Spider. And her favorite driver is, of course,
Abdul.
Abdul. Yeah.
Starting
Abdul
to
the
convince
Great.
me that they're real, you know? Like, I get
They
concerned with how
are.
No,
gullible I
Spider's
am.
real.
Yeah. So is Abdul.
If
Abdul
you
is not in F1 probably, but a racer somewhere.
if you believe it, you can and achieve it. Natty takes that to a whole nother level. Yes, that's right. Actually, after signing, so it's still the transfer market in the football league, right? English Premier League. Chelsea have already signed Abdul the striker, but they're actually looking for another striker because Abdul hasn't been performing well.
Looking for
Is this
another
real? I'm
Abdul.
very
No,
gullible,
they're looking
okay?
for a
You
new
have to be-
striker. He's actually from Gabon.
Gabon.
Gabon. He plays for a team called Barcelona. So Chelsea's looking for a Gabonese striker whose name is
Sheila Meister.
Sheila Meister. That's the one.
Is that a real person?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Screw my gullible
So Chelsea
brain.
will buy Sheila Meister,
Sheila Meister.
hopefully within the next week.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
That's news
Been
for me.
Up to date.
Yes. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, you have been updated on some of the headlines across Thailand. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please click the like button. There's about 300 people watching live on YouTube, as well as people watching on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us today. It is Lumberjack Fridays. We hope you have a great Lumberjack Friday, as well as a great weekend, even if you haven't participated.
I know.
On that note, however, thank you, Natty Warisa.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
And of course, the voice of God and
Thank
hot and
you.
shy behind the buttons. We wish you all the best. See you live on Monday. Bye bye.
Bye.